It's me. Well, according to my records, it's been 1 week. At least according to the computer. But, according to me, it feels like it's more like 10 to 12 days since my last video. But, the computer says it's 1 week, so I'll go by that. Afternoon. I got my notes again. See? Naughty notes. Naughty notes. I got some, I put some songs up here. Songs. And down here, more songs that I wanted to listen to. That I saw because I pulled this one song up, and then they had these other songs. They were all from Broadway. And so far my favorite song was the Oscars. Can't remember, it was 2017 or what, by Neil Patrick Harris, Sugar Daddy. That was my favorite. Now the Lord says, whatsoever pure, whatsoever are good, whatsoever blah blah, think on these things. I haven't reached that. No, that's not me. Not yet. Not me. I don't think that it'll ever be me. Because Sugar Daddy is sure not pure. And if you see that video, oh my God. It's so funny. But very sexual. Very. Okay. So, right now, the Queen is on hold because I have gotten into a test stitch. I was watching this lady on Twitch, and yes, that is a thing. You can watch cross stitching on Twitch. I'm going to be doing that eventually. So, here's hoping that you'll, here's praying and expecting you to watch my Twitch when I go up, when I get up. But anyways, I was watching Vanny Stitching on Twitch, and we were talking back and forth, and so I got to be one of her test stitchers. Fortune favors the bold. And I started that test stitching. And I was doing pretty good. I mean, within the week, within 2 days, I had gotten all this done. Can you believe it? Gorgeous, right? Unfortunately, I was wrong. Because as you can see over here, why did I stop there? Because I didn't have enough room. I started over here, thinking that I'd have the same amount over here. But I don't. And I started over here because I put, I started this against the, look. So here's the Queen, but we're going to go backwards, okay? So you don't have to see it. I put, it like this so that I can clamp it right here. This is where the clamp was. This is just barely touching the back, So I'm going to clamp it right here. Nope. I know that looks ridiculous, but no. Don't do that. You know why I couldn't do that? Because I went it the wrong way. I went short by long. Well, yeah, short by long, but short this way, short by long. When instead, I should have turned it around so that my long was this way and my short was this way. And I started the test stitching, and it's Fortune favors the bold. And so far, within a week, I have gotten this done. hand stitching. Stitching in hand. So the border is going to look like that all the way around. But for here, you know, you can see the boxes, the X's are in the correct place for the second border. What I did was, in order to, it's the same thing I did, you know, going that way. What I did was, in order to keep my place, to make sure, you know, how many stitches I had, I did 10 stitches down, and then 2 steps, oh, goodness. Let me see. Let me see if I can actually do something about keeping it straight. I need one of those poster boards. So I did my stitches, and every 10 stitch I went 2 in, you know, right there, and made a stitch. 10 more, made a stitch. 10 more, made a stitch. That was how I got to count correctly. So it's 223 by 203. So I got the top, the side, the bottom, and it stopped at the bottom stitch stopped at border stopped at 170. So I have to do the scroll work. I'm in the middle of doing that. Bunch of fancy scroll work, and then it'll come back up. Because, you know, you can tell from here and here that it's not quite matching up yet. I have some scroll work to be going on here and up there, and it's going to look good. But this line up here is going all the way around. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroll, 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 and then up like that. And then I'll start the words. So this is what I've been able to do within 5-6 days. Doing the border and stitching it in hand. It's actually fast. Do I want to continue to do all my projects in hand? No. No. The Queen has had some work. Let's do this so that I can see, look, I'm putting a stitch in as we speak. I have to take my glasses off to do it. The last time we spoke, I was down here. And I finished it. I thought I hadn't touched it very much, but I have. I've got practically halfway down. Not halfway yet, that'd be about this area. But a good chunk. And that has been a total of 3,200 stitches from Brisindi to Suez. So previously it was I had a total of 2,366 stitches at Brisindi, and so from Brisindi to Suez, add the 3,200, and that will be 5,560 stitches since I started my journey. I just need 1, 2, 3, 4. 400 more stitches. Ah, 3,300 stitches. This one right here. So I get myself 400 more, and that will be a total of 3,727 stitches from Brisindi to Suez. My focus piece being the Fortune Favors the Bold. The question is, how much further on the Queen will I be next week? Because once I get this border finished, I'm going to take a break. And I have not touched Sweet Bears. Sweet Bears is back where it's been. I took it off the Q-snap so I can borrow the Q-snap to do the Fortune Favors the Bold, but apparently I should put this back on the Q-snap because yeah, see? Still at the same place. So next week there will be, I will not show it even to say, well, this is where I am, unless I put some stitches in. And I don't anticipate that. Miracles can happen, but I don't anticipate it. And this is on 32 count Storm Lugana. As for Fortune Favors the Bold, it's 32 count linen, and it doesn't tell me what kind. Oh, MG Textiles. Doesn't tell me the color, but it's a sort of bluish gray. If you look at it again, it's sort of a bluish gray. Kind of a storm, I think. I think it suits it. But this is 32 count linen. And for the second time, I hate linen. I hate linen. Yep. Doing the border, it's nice and fine, okay? But when I tried doing it, doing the first time, this right here, this nice little F, even though I had each stitch correctly, it wouldn't meet up. I had to fudge it. Even though I had the exact amount of stitch this way, the exact amount of stitch this way, the exact going this way, the exact going that way. Because it's linen, I had to exaggerate a stitch. I mean, tell me, how many of us have to do that on linen? Because linen is not even. It is not even. Therefore, I don't like working with it. I just don't like working with it. That's driving me crazy because I'm watching the video and I'm seeing that my hair right here. It's like, come on, go back, be at peace, be at peace. That's why I'm constantly messing with it. Well, also this week I've been watching some YouTubers. I got to watch The Crafty Curator, Nita Bug, Clumsy Girl. She's back. I got to be her first viewer, numero uno. And that's not normal for me. But I got to be her first one. I had nagged her to come back. Then I've been listening to more than those YouTubers. I just don't want to keep adding to it, and say, oh, you didn't watch me. Well, I probably did. I got all the way down to my W's. I started out with the T's with the Crafty Curator, and I went down to the W's that worked to game. But when I saw Clumsy Girl up, I immediately went to her because I haven't been hearing from her lately. So, but also when I'm doing my rotation, there are certain people when they come up that I will stop and watch them. My YouTubers, my floss tubers, I'll watch in order. Unless it's, Clumsy Girl or Ginger Gerald or, Coffee Stitcher. Just these, the ones that, well, I don't know what I said. Like Coffee Stitcher that's 15 minutes long and he does it once a week. No big deal. Bernadette Bendy Stitches. I will watch her when she comes up, and I will watch her latest. I am not watching the past 7 videos before it. Sorry. I just you are too long and too prolific for me to be able to watch all your videos. Even though I want to. You're just too prolific. But these, my historical sewing people, Bernadette Banner, Angela Clayton, Alicia Estelle, Enchanted Garden, these people like that, they create things, like 16th century dress and onwards, and Angela Clayton has been doing vintage style, like early 50s and 60s, 40s and 50s that she's been sewing, and I'm liking Bernadette Banner because she is doing historical practice, which means she is sewing her costumes by hand stitch. I don't call them costume. I just call them period dress. By hand stitched. And I imagine you're curious. Well, no, Layla, why are you watching all that? Well, the thing is, I am fascinated by it. I want to be one of the ones that stitch historical dress by historical practice, and I want to wear historical dress. So there may come a time when you come see me and I'm on the video and I'm like, I'm wearing a 16th century dress. You're like, huh? Oh no, don't worry about it. That's just gonna be normal. But I can't do it right now. I've got some bills to pay, and before I can even think about buying the linen and all this. We're talking natural fibers and expensive fabrics and linen thread and, unflossed linen thread and, historical practice stuff, tools. I'm thinking within the next 2 or 3 years. This one. You will never believe how I'm keeping this straight. Okay? So, this is where I'm working on right now. Right there. So, let me fold it up for you. Let me just put it back together and I'll show you how I get it to the point where I can sew. I have taken this method from Nikki Not Potato off of Twitch. You're like, what are you doing, Layla? Well, I'm having fun is what I'm doing. Come on now. Had to move my needle because it got caught up in my spiral. There we go. I'm using binders. So, here it is. This is my sewing space. It's all roll up and clipped in binders. This is the only way that I have been able to stitch it. You know? It's the only way I've been able to stitch it. There we go. So. And would you believe that when I, in order to cut my linen for the border, I thought the border was much further down when I decided to cut it. But in order to do it, to cut it, I did it historical practice. What I did was I went to the side. And I picked a thread. Okay? I picked one of these threads, side threads, and I pulled it. So that was my cutting mark. Now, like I said, you can see down here, it's a bit shallow. That's where I cut it, is right here. I thought that it was that far down. You know, I thought it was going to be like that far down. So from my fingertip to my second knuckle. But for some odd reason, nope. Fingertip to first knuckle. God bless me. I've seen Sugar Daddy again. Oh my god, that was so hilarious. So hilarious. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's all I have to say. And okay. Matthew 16:24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross, and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. You know, that you might think, huh? Basically, it's just saying that if you're trying to figure out a way to follow after me and not completely give me everything, even unto your life, it's not going to work. So, I was about to say goodbye, but I was looking through the computer and over here. So, an explanation. I don't know if this was here last time, but my room has been divided. That board right there is actually sitting on the bed, but it divided me and Laura. I have a, if you can see that greenish thing right here. Yeah, that greenish. That's a sheet that we're using as a door. So this is my area now, and it's condensed, but it gives me peace. And the benefit is you're not seeing all the room. I'm going to buy myself another twin, well, more like full. I'm going to buy myself a full sheet, and I'm going to put it from here to here, so when you see behind me, you won't see the bed, or the medicine, or the crap that is on my top of my tower there. Don't have to see my bookcase, although it's easy for me. I can just, oh look, I need some new thread. Here it is. Rustle, pull it out, close it, put it back together, got my new thread. And, which reminds me also that I wanted to show you this. I won that. Vanny Stitches was doing a giveaway, and I won it. My family was like, well, give that to the kids. And I'm like, no, it's mine. Look at it. 2-over-1 10 stitch on 28 count. It's in a hoop. It's gorgeous. Why would I want to give that to the kids? Okay, so I don't watch Pokemon. I don't care. At least I know Pikachu. It's mine. I'm not giving it to no kids. Mine. Okay. So, that's about it. You know. Something showing red on my computer, and gotta figure out what that is. Oh, McAfee security. Oh well. Now, I could ramble some more, and my throat's like closing up on me. Tea. Drink it like water. I don't want to say goodbye. I would like to sit here and chat with you some more. Problem being, if I did, I'll just be rambling. I'd just be picking things off my desk like, did you see what somebody gave me for Christmas? She gave me a Christmas box. So this year I'm giving her a Christmas box. Just a little owl. I just love this. She's the same person who gave me that, who also gave me, where is it? Oh, it's up there, so I'm not getting it. A tape dispenser in the same type of material. And there's my Cop Build-A-Bear. Spent too much money on it. Too much money. And over here is St. Michael with the dragon that I bought my mom. And when she died, I took it back. You know, and there you can see my that whiteboard. That's a window. See? I can ramble. But I won't do that to you. Bye. See you next week.